And sometimes it's very tragic that people are being thrown out of their cars in the highways, in the shopping mall. You may even enter a shopping mall. Coming back to the parking lot, you find your car is missing. So this is a very big industry that people need to be watchful. Car stealing is a very big industry which is run both underworld and upworld. In fact, there are some dealerships which in fact deal with stolen cars here in Africa and both abroad. So in today's video, I'm going to dive down into the places where most stolen cars end up. So in case you are new to this channel, my name is Caleb, a content creator based in Nairobi, Kenya. Stay tuned. Number one is that most stolen cars end up being taken abroad. Like most cars which are stolen from the UK end up with the Commonwealth countries which keep left on the road. And that's one of the major things which is happening. In fact, in UK alone, the car theft industry is very big and it's run and organized in a way that most stolen cars from abroad are taken to some countries or some dealership. In another case, Canada, a southern man who had put an Apple AirTag in a car tracked the car which was stolen from a parking lot, port from Canada up to a parking lot in UAE. So the car stolen, they are stolen and taken abroad for the markets abroad. Another thing which normally happens nowadays is that when these cars are stolen, they may be immediately broken down for spare parts. The spare part or the underworld spare part industry is a very big industry. So you may lose your car right now and in the next moment the car will be broken down for spares. Let's say things like steering, the dashboard, everything in your car will be a spare to another dealership or to another specific dealer somewhere, either in the legit one on the shop or the underground one which is not known by the many people. So you have to be very alert because this industry is very organized. The moment you lose your car, the moment it's being taken somewhere and ripped apart within minutes. Another thing mostly we notice that when cars are stolen, maybe they may be abandoned somewhere, like somewhere a certain teacher was ambushed by thieves who forced him out of his car. After stealing some money from him, they went away with the car and they went and dumped it in a certain town. To be precise, that was Kisii, Kenya. The car was stolen from some parts of the neighboring county, Nyamira, somewhere. So it's very safe that you put a lot of trackers in your car, a lot of air tags. Or other thing we notice nowadays in the industry of car theft is that especially most cars which are using the key fob are the easy targets. Nowadays people will come to your window and they will use a mechanism which is called relay attack. Relay attack is something which happens in a way that the key fob of your car emits certain signal. Now this signal from the key is being amplified by a certain relayer which relays it to the car. So the car thinks that the key is near and it unlocks, and that's how the thieves access your car. So if you're having a vehicle which is keyless entry, please, you can use the Faraday pouch because that's one of the best things you can use. Or some of these cars have the fobs have the kill function. Whenever you are moving away from your car, kill the fob so that it can't emit signal. Now the car theft industry is a very big syndicate which is growing day and day. Nowadays, in fact, the thieves are getting very better and wiser. In fact, if you look at the way which cars are stolen nowadays, in less than a minute, somebody will access your car and drive away with. This through the help of the machines, like we have the diagnosis machines. These diagnosis machines have an option of key programming. So somebody can break down to your car, put the diagnosis machine, within a second he has programmed a key and is good to go. So it's very important that people stay safe nowadays. Especially another thing is that we hope the government puts down some very good mechanisms of tracking these vehicles, because let's say from abroad, we people here in the non-manufacturing countries, we buy cars from the manufacturing countries. So most of the stolen cars from abroad, we don't know that they are stolen. We think that the vehicles are genuine. So there should be a mechanism in place that when a car is stolen, we report and it is put into a database, so that whenever in another country where it's going to be bought, we check a specific database from the country of, we search from the database of the origin of the country of this car. For example, in another video which I saw online, is that a car which was stolen from Canada was recovered in a dealership in Nigeria, and it was still having the registration numbers of the Toronto, Canada city. So watchful. We don't know how it's going to evolve in the future, but it's getting bigger and bigger. So the predators are everywhere. They're just watching and bouncing on the easy targets. The easy target is any car they want. Basically, they are very smart that any car they want, they can access it and drive away with it. So the industry is very big. We need to be watchful and put a lot of anti-theft mechanism in place, especially from the manufacturing countries. So if you watched this video up to this point, please, thank you so much. You can share, you can like, subscribe, so that the channel may grow. Thank you.